Wasting awake in a Margaritaville, searching for my last shaker of salt. Hey, Squid. Hello, silent viewers. I know you're there. I can see you. Not you personally. I just see that there's people watching and not commenting. I just see that there's like 11 viewers. Hey, Killface. I'll say something, just like to say hi. Fair enough. Feel free to take your shower, Killface. I imagine it'll be a while before. I mean, come on. There's never any interesting conversations here. You won't miss anything. Hey, Hubba. People are touching grass. Ew, no. Why are they touching grass? Unless you mean weed. I can imagine a lot of them touching weed. Hey, McChicken. Am I going to be on Rogan? That'll be a fucking waste of time. Two dumbasses with nothing interesting to say. Woo. years ago, I would have loved Mara and Rogan. I mean, even 10 years ago, Mara was, what do I like? Joe Rogan? Because he's a credulous buffoon who turned that into being like the most trusted name in news. Used to be Fear Factor. Fear Factor, yeah. Yeah, like he was an okay stand-up comedian, then fifth or sixth funniest person on news radio, which not a slam against him. There were some really funny people on that show. Certainly ranks ahead of fucking Andy Dick. Anyway, then the dude who dared people to eat bull testicles, and now like he's fucking most trusted name in news. Ain't that detective? And he brings on like all sorts of fucking horrible ass people. The fact that he's had Jordan fucking Peterson on multiple times, yeah, no, that cast was stacked. Right, that's my point. Like Phil Hartman, Dave Foley, uh, Root, Stephen Root. Um, Vicki Lewis. Catherine Duke was good, but Condi Alexander was good, but she didn't really get a lot to work with. Um, Maura Tierney was good, but she wasn't really like she tended to play the straight man more often than not. Enjoy her. The No Kings is just fuck Donald Trump. It's probably gives advice he has no business speaking on. Yeah. So like there were some really funny ass people on there, and also Andy Dick. Remember watching his anxiety tips, and he said just looks really hard on the task at hand. Until Peterson's never had anxiety at all. beyond that, the thing is, like, that is exceptionally basic advice. Like, it's just, oh, you're experiencing anxiety? Slow down, take a deep breath, focus on what you can handle. Like, yeah, duh. Like that's like people who have anxiety know that that's what you're supposed to do. It's just easier said than done a lot of times. But it's just like, hey, Buttercup. Hey, Jordan. Like, he's made this huge career out of offering the most basic ass advice possible. Clean your room. Yeah, sure, Mom. Fuck off. We're supposed to think that that he's an intellectual giant. Come on. He's a fucking idiot. Too neurodivergent to take basic. Yeah, it's that is definitely a problem. Also, horribly, viciously transphobic. Like, when he made that video or that tweet, when he did that tweet where he dead named Elliot Page, that genuinely should have been it. Anyone who does not outright fucking hate trans people should have seen that tweet and gone, oh, fuck you then. You can just fuck off all the way to hell. I have no interest in listening to anything you have to say. Because that was just, he is maliciously transphobic. This isn't even, like, at that point when he was dead naming Elliot Page, that's not even like, oh, I have concerns about youth gender transition. Oh, I have concerns about or about trans women in sports. I don't, it's just a concern. I have concerns. That's all it is. It's concerns. I have concerns. Why would you listen to my concerns? Dead naming people does not even fall into the concern category. It is just straight up fucking hate. And Jordan Peterson does that. So Jordan Peterson can straight up fucking die as far as I'm concerned, frankly. I mean, like, he's just, and like, bitches constantly about, hey, Larry, global warming. Like, he's one of those people who believes global warming isn't real. And yeah, guy, like, discredited psychologist. Also, apparently an expert in climate science. Who knew? Wow, if a guy who stopped practicing psychology several years ago says that global warming is fake, well then, who are we to doubt him? And Joe Rogan has had Jordan Peterson on repeatedly. So as far as so Joe Rogan can fuck off. Global warming. Global warming is cause, climate change is effect. And like all the people who want to like, like all those right wing assholes are always like, oh, it used to be global warming, now it's climate change. They changed from global warming to climate change. They changed the name because they changed the name. No, they didn't. Global warming is cause. Climate change is effect. That's how it's always been used in scientific. That's how science has always referred to it. They are they refer to slightly different things. Climate change is being caused by global warming. What can we do to prevent global warming? A lot, but all it requires political will that doesn't exist. Because it means a lot of it means pissing off major corporations. Too stupid to be this big of an intellectual, right? Earth is going through a hot girl summer arc. That's great. EV cars. First of all, he didn't. He bought a company that makes electric vehicles. Um, Second, hey Fernanda. I honestly don't think that Musk does give a shit about global warming. Like, there's absolutely no evidence at all. There's no reason at all to believe that Musk believes that global warming is even happening or gives a shit, even if he does accept it. Because SpaceX, all those like rocket launches, that's not great for the climate. Beyond that, he's a big supporter of Donald Trump. Trump could really go for one of them South African handles or handies. I'm dealing with Trump fighting. Eh. Elon ended up apologizing. Elon apologized, and Trump has now forgotten that Elon even exists. Elon is no longer useful, so Trump does not give a shit about him. Because that's really how Trump operates. patron. So many reasons, detective. The fascism is a big part of it. Don't do fun. You're right, I don't do fun. What was that old meme? I had fun once, it was awful. Hey, Caroline. Yeah. I mean, because the shit he does actually does affect Canada? T-shirt. It's my Mononoke t-shirt. Hey, Icky. I hope he never sees another one. I hope this is the very last birthday Trump sees. Sometimes we do laundry. It's not generally weekly. It's whenever it needs done. Rain sport test today. Nice. That's horrible. So is your mom. Hi-oh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that about your mom. Maybe I should. I don't know. I don't know your mom. Maybe your mom does suck. I don't know. Like maybe your mom is awful. I don't know. I don't know your mom. I've never met her. I'm sure she's wonderful. I'm sure your mom is wonderful. Hey, Comic Book. Police in full force where I'm at for the protests. Um, and you see we got nothing after the break. Yeah, from what I understand, you barely got anything during the parade either. I did hear that the parade ended up being pretty lackluster, or like, that there was like very low turnout for it. Like I did hear that there just wasn't a whole lot of turnout for the parade. Hey, Kelly. I saw on Twitter looks sad. Yeah, that's what I was seeing people saying earlier that of people ended up turning out for it. Of course not. Anklebuck. What Bolt supported? I mean, no, I mean the people don't really. Republicans don't really turn out for things like that. Conservatives don't really go for anything. Like if it's going to be an inconvenience for them, he's scapegoat. So yeah. Meanwhile, coverage of the protest seems to have been pretty weak, given how large they were. So somebody posted a screenshot of New York Times website. And yeah, they clearly didn't think the protests were all that important. Basically, didn't get to be even above the fold. Like it was basically below the fold, so to speak. Yeah, I did see that the assassination in Minnesota. The guy seems to have been like the assassin. First of all, the assassin dis- disguised himself as a cop. Yeah, yeah, he was. As I recall, he was like CEO of like some defense, like some private security. Or the cop said, "We will kill you." Yeah, yeah, Cecil. Yeah, he's like CEO of like some private security company. He was also like some evangelical douchebag, anti-abortion, anti-trans. Not sure. Yeah, honestly, like I wouldn't be surprised if this sort of thing becomes even more common, where people dressed up as police kill people. Because I mean, police are disguising themselves these days. Really should be mandatory that police have to provide like their identification, like right off the bat, like like show their badges and shit, like at the start of an interaction. Dude had a manifesto, but I don't know what was in it. Yeah. Not help that there's a lot of misinformation spreading about him already. I'm pretty sure all the conservatives on Twitter were identifying him as a far left, as a far left Democrat as soon as the shooting happened, because they're unable to believe that anyone on the right is even capable of violence. So, yeah. Anyway. Eat ice cream. I could go for some ice cream, except it would give me the shits, and I don't actually want to go anywhere. Oh, it added cream. So you just wanted ice? I want ice cream, but yeah, lactose no, it gives me the shits. Hi, Kaylee. Ice cream gives me the shits. And I know I could get Lactaid, but that requires remembering to get Lactaid. Thus, I will just have to never eat ice cream again. Lactaid doesn't work for me, I think, because I have a dairy allergy. Yeah, I'd probably do it. Actual allergy would probably. Hey, Bambi. Eat ice cream in a diaper. Ew, no, you're gross. Hey, Serena. So, how's everyone? Anyone up to anything interesting lately? I haven't done anything interesting lately, but 12 more days. Hey, Brooke. Read some more of the Sailor Moon manga. One thing Sailor Venus does continue to be great in the manga. I do continue to love manga Venus. Because, like, the current arc, Mercury, Mars, and Jupiter all get attacked by the enemy in ways that, like, so they're targeting their dreams to convince them to give up on being Sailor Scouts. And, like, Venus just does not get them. Like, they kind of try it on Venus, and she's just super not tempted at all. Like, she's just like, no, she's like, I don't even care if I can't transform right now. I'm Sailor Goddamn Venus. Like, she couldn't even like, she was like, she has a state where she couldn't even transform. And she's like, no, I'm still gonna fight that guy. No, I don't care. That's who I am. And I like that about her. I like that she's just like that dedicated to it. She's the leader of the Guardians, and she takes that very seriously. And she'll be damned if she'll let anything stop her. Rainbow Z characters versus Sailor Moon characters. I mean, I'm pretty sure the Dragon Ball Z characters have are like stronger and everything, but Sailor Moon has the power of friendship, which lets her be as strong as she needs to be. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, the base power levels of the Dragon Ball Z characters, oh yeah, like, they're fucking planet breakers, you know? They'll punch a goddamn planet in half. And yeah, that's right. Dragon Ball Z. I don't fucking care. I'm Canadian. I'm Canadian, and I will always say Z. It's instinctual to me. Anyway, yeah, those people will punch planets in half, but power of friendship. Sailor Moon has the power of love and friendship on her side. How you gonna beat the power of love and friendship? You hate love and friendship? I mean, yes, but not in stories. I like it in stories, just not not for me. Thinks Sailor girls should get along without a date on Magical Girls. I mean, probably. Hey, kitty cats. I figured that, yeah, I figured they'd get along. Um, though they would be a bit. I think they would be freaked out a bit. Hey, Miss Pixel. They probably would find out a bit, or they probably would be a bit thrown off by Hikari having a body count and Miyu being a gang leader. And happy about being a gang leader, loving being a gang leader. It's pretty sure, but well, yeah, I mean, we use it in Canada, yeah. Do we have a topic tonight? No, no topics. I don't do topics. I just talk about whatever. Hot topics. No hot topic in Cornwall. Goku versus Superman. I say Superman. But I do not have any pets. Gavin Newsom thirst traps. Ew. Need to know the ending. The ending is foreshadowed very well. There is very good foreshadowing for it. I go to my mom's on June 26th. Why would Superman win? I don't know. Because he's Superman. He always wins. It's what he does. Anyway, Squirrel Girl beats everybody. Squirrel Girl? She's a Marvel character. Created by Steve Ditko. Um, in way back in the 90s, in the early 90s. Steve Ditko created Squirrel Girl. She was very much designed as playing video games. I have a few. Been playing Final Fantasy VI. I've played some visual novels. Yeah. By the early 90s, comic books in general were moving towards darker and edgier territory. Steve Ditko kind of wasn't a fan of that. So he made Squirrel Girl as sort of a pushback against it. Speedball, too. He also made a character named Speedball at the same time. Got did a series that was very, very much a 60s throwback series. But yeah, Squirrel Girl was created. So in her debut appearance, she debuted in an Iron Man story. She wanted to be Iron Man's sidekick. He turned her down, and then Iron Man promptly got captured by Doctor Doom, and Squirrel Girl rescued him. She has the proportionate strength and speed of a squirrel. So she's got enhanced strength, enhanced reflexes. She's got a big bushy tail. And she can talk to squirrels and like understand when they talk back. Mr. Heckles this morning. You can find me dead with a walking stick in my hand. Critter in my house brought a friend and they were scratching. And yeah, she is like, that was her only appearance for like a decade, was saving Iron Man from Doctor Doom. And it was just like a really fun one-off story. In the 2000s, she was brought back by back at dinner. Dan Slott. Dan Slott made sort of heavy use of her for his Great Lakes Avengers. Danny playing Iron Man. He did a good job as Iron Man. He was good in the role. She is. And she's very fun. That is the central, like, that is the core of her character. That is the central thing of her character, is she is fun. She'll go up against enemies who, like, should completely outclass her, but she'll find ways to win. For a little while, there was a running gag of her beating enemies off panel. Squirrel Girl. Yeah, like there had been a bit of a running gag of her beating enemies off panel, like Thanos. She beat Thanos off panel. Bing Bang Boom. That was sort of the running gag for a little while, and then she ended up getting her own. She ended up getting her own series by Ryan North and Erica Henderson, which was just immense fun. She goes to college, enrolled in a I missed it. Squirrel Girl, Larry. I'm talking about Squirrel Girl. She enrolled in a computer science program. And that actually did play into a lot of stories. Don't know who that is. Marvel superhero. She is in that. She is in that Marvel. Is in that. She is in that Marvel Rivals video game. If you know that Marvel Rivals game, she is actually in that. Where she's pretty thick. I don't know, Hobo. She's a little thick. TICC, not TICK. TICC. Thick. She's kind of thick. In the good way. Yeah, here's her Marvel Rivals design. Not as thick as I thought. Not as thick as I thought, actually, as I remembered. But here's her Marvel Rivals design. I thought she had thicker thighs in the game. I never actually played it, so. Here's more of a bit closer to what she looks like in the comics. Though this art is actually for the radio show. Here's what she looked like in her first appearance. She very much got a glow up. Like the first appearance more. A bit butchy. Yeah, I mean the intention with the initial design was for her to look like a awkward, gangly teenager. Like I think that's really what Ditka was going for, was sort of an awkward teen. Because, like I said, Ditko was not keen on the darker and edgier tone that the '90s was taking. So he wanted to sort of. Catwoman is a different company. Catwoman is with DC. So yeah, Steve Ditko sort of wanted created Squirrel Girl as more of as a bit of a throwback to like '60s comics with like upbeat but awkward teens, awkward but cheerful teens. Reminds me of Sonic's friend. Tails. Yeah, Catwoman is DC. Marvel does have Black Cat, who is exceptionally similar to Catwoman. Just super similar to Catwoman. Um, Squirrel Girl once went to Black Cat to see if she could talk to a cat. She could not. Michelle Pfeiffer. Oh yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer was great as Catwoman. Yeah, something of a recurring gag with Squirrel Girl is that she thinks anybody with an animal themed name can talk to that given animal. Hey Val, kid just got tear gassed. Oof, that's rough. Is she okay? Or is your kid okay? Catwoman based on a like one movie? I don't know. Is your kid okay? That is was were they able to wash their eyes out? He and yes, helped lots of people over a wall until they couldn't see and then went for water. Okay, good to know. Also, hello, Lindy. Like when a movie called Catwoman about a woman that turns into a cat, Black Panther, and shreds her boyfriend apart. So it's a happy movie then? Hi, Vanna. Spicy chicken, spicy sandwich and mac. Cool, cool. Dark hair and beards does not make a look-alike. Nicer. Nah, I'm just pretending. It's all an act. Let me guess. No, no. Got an alert on my phone, and I just assumed that it was a weather report, but it was Vow. Favorite sexual position? The one that lets me do the least work. Hey, Laurel. Because I'm lazy. I don't know. Don't want to do the work. She wants to surface yet. I mean that's why it ended up failing. That's why our relationship ended up failing. I'll have to die to see who had put in the effort each time. You see when you see differentiate when you see Cove behind me. So, anyways. Getting a storm. Charade stream. I don't really like charades. Hi, Linda. Intend exactly George Costanza's parents when they argue. And yeah, I don't think I'd want to play charades. Hey, CD. I am not planning to go to Scotland. My mom is going to Scotland. I will be staying in her apartment while she's in Scotland. Pictionary sucks more than charades. Not wrong. So many, so a word would be too easy. I unfortunately have never had a kilt. Hey, tourist. Uh, I mean, my mom is from Scotland, so I'm Scottish on my mom's side. I'm Canadian, but Scottish heritage. Ramona. Ramona was a character. Nothing about me says female. What about when I sucked your dad's dick last night? Well, good night, Larry. Exactly, Uncle Buck. Purple Crown Snow. It's some stupid thing that YouTube is trying in order to drive engagement. My condolences, kitty cat. Any uncles whose dicks I could have sucked? Maybe a brother, cousin. Look, I sucked somebody's dick. Your last visit to my stream. I'm sorry to hear that. Not sorry to have to stop making that kind of joke. Anyway, I'm going to get more water. I'll be back in a moment with more water. Get you a Coke? Sorry. Clark seen my girlfriend's like 37 dicks. Those are rookie numbers. No, I've had this shirt for a while now. A few years, I think. I've actually had this shirt for a few years. I don't wear it very often. It is Mononoke. It is Princess Mononoke, yeah. It's like a stylized Mononoke shirt. So it's a little tight. So like it's a little bit smaller than I really like. So it is very cool. I haven't watched that movie in a long time. Go back to my goth days. I mean, I've still got a bit of goth in my heart. I mean, not a lot to say. Did I wear gothic stuff? I don't know. Maybe we'll see. That's it. Yeah, I don't know what to talk about. Anyone have anything they want to talk about? Are you getting married? Never. Regulars missing today. Yeah, a few of them. Yeah, a few of the regulars are either haven't shown up or are not terribly active. Thought it could be a personal designer. Just lead her to the nearest thrift store. Thrift stores probably will be my best bet. Yeah. Shopping for new clothes will be a pain in the ass. Frugal and stylish. Good for her. It's my zodiac sign. Aquarius. My music groups. Been going back through some of the Dolly Rots discography. Listening to more Dolly Rots. Haven't been finding any bad songs. Basically, all they do is bangers. The Doors. Not a big fan of the Doors. Check it out. Yeah, they're a. Tarot? No. Dolly rocks? No. The Dolly rots. They're a cool like girl rock band or punk rock. They're like this cool indie punk rock band. And just like really fun. Like a lot of their stuff is just really fun. Yeah, pop punk. With a you got a female vocalist. They got a female vocalist who's got like this kind of high voice. Pop punk like Green Day. Yeah, but like better. I mean, like they're sort of like more. They are sort of punkier. They are punkier than Green Day, and poppier. Frankly, like they somehow managed to be both poppier and punkier than Green Day. Ramones are fun. And like Dolly Rots. I've never listened to a Beatles album. Yeah, the Dolly Rots, they're sort of in the vein of the Ramones. Better musicians than the Ramones because the Ramones were famously shit musicians. That was like genuinely a big part of their entire appeal was that they legitimately sucked as musicians. Some genre of music that have never existed, folk or punk. Which one do you do? I mean, both exist and both are great. Both are crucial genres. These folks are narcissists. Yeah, I mean, like I said, like they were not. They were not known for their musical complexity. Bob Dylan. Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, the Dolly Rods definitely sort of they sort of follow the similar sort of. You can definitely hear some Ramones influence in there, if not either direct or indirect. Yeah, they're definitely like, no, we're gonna go out there, we're gonna have fun, we're gonna rock people's socks off and have a good time. So yeah, they're really good. My favorite of their songs is, and I think probably always will be, "I Love You Instead." It's such a cute song. The chorus in particular is just adorable. I don't I don't think I like you anymore. I don't think I like you anymore. I don't like you anymore. I love you. I love you. I think I love you instead. Yeah, I'm getting the tempo totally wrong. I'm getting it totally wrong. But yeah, love you instead is such a fun and cute song. But yeah, been trying to check out more of their albums, and like I said, just banger after banger. Favorite Beatles song? Um, Hey Jude does definitely have to be up there. Um, All You Need Is Love is a good one. Helter Skelter bangs. Yes, I did. I did know that it was written for Lennon's son. Walter Skelter is basically Paul McCartney discovering heavy metal, kind of inventing heavy metal. Because like I think it was the Who put out Cibo Matto. Yeah, there's a couple of Cibo Matto songs I like. Because I think like the Who would put out like this is like the heaviest song that exists, and Beatles were like, "We'll fucking see about that." So yeah, they were just like the entire point of Helter Skelter was how heavy can we go? Really enough, while Hey Jude is probably my favorite Beatles song, I don't actually have it on my computer. I think because like great song, it does kind of drag. It goes on forever. See someone in my chat named Fat Jude. Don't really remember him. Jimi Hendrix, Purple Haze was kind of heard. Oh, Purple Haze was great. It's one of those things like that. Na 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 na. It's a great section, and like it's one of the, like it's a great section when you're in a group singing along to it. Otherwise, like I said, it just kind of drags forever. But yeah, Octopus Garden is good. George Harrison song. I mean, While My Guitar Gently Weeps is an unquestioned classic. And that one was written by George, right? Like, I believe that one was written by George. And like I said, one of the, like, just phenomenal songs. Pretty one by Roy Orbison and Layla. Ugh. Just remember when Chantal was really into the song Crying by Roy Orbison? Gods, I hated that song. All My Guitar Gently Weeps is underrated. I mean, it's hard to say if it's underrated because I mean, it is one of those songs that like people love that song. But yeah, it is probably My Sweet Lord is my favorite Harrison song. Yeah, it is like it probably does deserve to be ranked as like people probably do need to pay more attention to it because yeah, it is an incredible song. I don't know the song, so I thought it was just an exclamation. Yeah, kind of the same here, Scapegoat. I also thought she was just saying it to, was it meh. In general, I'm honestly not generally a fan of classic music. Do you like anything by Julian Lennon? Never listened to any of his stuff, actually, I don't think. But yeah, I'm not typically a fan of sort of classic rock and stuff like that. Harry Styles, next time it's going to be classic rock. I mean, that's fine. What's weird, I don't really like listening to like older rock music or like older music, but contemporary bands who are doing a sort of classic style, I'm often all for that. You know, like Noisettes. The Noisettes are great. They sound like a band that's stepped out of the 50s or 60s. And they're so good. Love me some Noisettes. But an actual 50s rock band, I'm good. What do you think? Singer for Noisettes launched a solo album. I should check that out. Gen Z needs its own Freddie Mercury. I mean, that's tough. I mean, they sort of do. Honestly, Harry Styles might come closest to sort of a modern day equivalent to Freddie Mercury. because he's obviously a talented musician, and while he doesn't go quite as far as Freddie Mercury did, he is also, willing to sort of flaunt gender norms to a certain degree. So while he's not really my thing, there isn't a Sailor Mercury. They need one of them too. So while he's not really my thing, yeah, he probably is sort of the modern day equivalent to Mercury. Actually, hasn't Harry Styles worn dresses before? So he actually kind of does go further than even Freddie Mercury did in terms of sort of defying gender norms. Kilt. Right, but I mean, even aside from kilt, hasn't Harry Styles worn actual dresses? Stones wear drag in the back of the jumping jack flash. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's a yeah. I mean, going back, you can go back a long time to. And yeah, Harry Styles has worn actual dresses and kilts, but I do feel like there's slightly different context between him doing it versus a lot of older artists doing it. Like it does kind of come from a similar place. The Stones were saying, fuck what society wants, do what you want, fuck whatever everyone else says. Like that was definitely part of why, definitely part of the message of the Stones doing drag, and of a lot of other artists who've done drag over the years. I do feel like when Harry Styles wears a dress, part of it is to say this should not be abnormal. This is something that should be normal. Queen had a video of them in drag. Yeah. Yeah, but I think with Styles, it's not about, you know, fuck what the man says you can do. It's it is more, let's normalize this. Let's just, a dude wearing a dress should not be controversial. Like I feel like Stones and other band, Queen, other bands, like they were being controversial. I think Styles is like, I think he has the attitude of this should not be controversial. That's the impression I get, at least. I could very well be wrong. Plant or tight jeans with an underwear and flesh gun. But yeah, I think like Boy George wore somewhat feminine clothing. Yeah. Yeah, I mean he was a gay man in the 80s, so I mean yeah, he was very flamboyant. Hey Margaret. Yeah, for a lot of like especially in rock music, a lot of rock stars, you know, they want to be controversial. They want to sort of piss off the establishment. So they do things that with the intention of saying, "Hey, fuck you, the man." The impression I get is that Peter Styles isn't, or Harry Styles isn't really trying to flip anyone off. He isn't really like he's not really concerned with causing outrage. That his is he's like his is a more positive message of hey, let's just be good to each other and help everyone to live the lives they want to live. Like I think that's sort of like his like it's not really about controversy and outrage. It's about just it's okay to be who you are. Or it's okay to be who you want to be. If you're a guy, you're allowed to wear dresses. Sailor Moon related to Keith. I mean, they could be cousins. They could be distant cousins. We don't know. We don't know. Hey, Orange. I've literally never said that I'm doing anything to help the world. Keith Moon. Keith Moon. He was drummer for. Was he the drummer for the Rolling Stones, or am I thinking of someone else? Also, is Keith Moon part of the 27? The Who, right? And was he part of the 27 Club? No, not 37 Club. But yeah, 32. But his death was pretty notable still. So, yeah, he was 32 when he died. and he was um, he was pretty fucked up. He was kind of a fucked up dude. Looking for. Neat thing about the internet is you don't even need to be in the same country to start a band anymore. I don't know why I lied. It's part of your charm, scapegoat. Yeah, it is neat that you don't actually need to be. You don't even need to be on the same continent to start a band anymore. I mean, if you want to tour, then yeah, but just for making the music itself, John Bonham from Zeppelin was awesome, but I think Rush's drummer is the best. Tour online. I mean, in theory, you could do like you could do sort of streams that people need to pay to get access to. I think Portishead might have done an online concert during COVID. Or might have been the Heartless Bastards. Might have been the Heartless Bastards at the online concert during COVID. I don't remember. It was a few years ago. Didn't Eminem do a Roblox concert? Probably. That's become a thing. Roblox, Second Life, Fortnite, whatever. Just concerts inside online video games, online gaming. That's become a thing. We got Roblox on the filler. I have not played Fantasy Life. Sorry, I've just been too busy playing with my Willy. I mean, girl, bye. Yeah, it probably is about time that I got moving along. I better move along. I will presumably be back tomorrow. Good night, everybody.